The FBI?
So basically, one of the researchers.
I was charged with that in Europe, and it turned out to be a GAO report. What we basically what we have found is that there is an international drug smuggling ring, which has been operating unknown, and with the knowledge and cooperation of officials in the United States and France.
Well, why are the FBI agents here?
They say they're looking for government material which aligns to what happened with me in Europe. Just a few months ago, I was researching international drug connections in Europe, and I was charged by government officials over there with having fake and stolen government documents, which turned out to be a General Accounting Office report that I bought for $1. The story has now come in here in the same way. We see what they're doing is basically it's a fishing expedition to gather as much material as they can regarding Freedom of Information Act inquiries that we have regarding our investigation into narcotics smuggling, which has been going on for over a year.
Why would they want these materials?
Yes, we did. We turned some of the material over to a congressional subcommittee just recently when I testified, and we turned over the names of officials and exact specifics and requested just a matter of weeks ago that the Department of Justice and the Attorney General investigate this, and we got our answer this morning.
Is that why you suppose the FBI is here?
I have no doubt in my mind. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind. My apartment was broken into 3 times and searched while I was doing my research in Washington, and it's a continuation. Somebody is very, very frightened. Somebody's very scared. And Mr. Kelly of the FBI said black bag jobs are out, and so this is the day of the sledgehammer and crowbar, I guess.
Do you people plan any legal recourse, any action in return?
The legal handling will have to be up to the legal people, but I can well imagine that this is going to involve a tremendous amount of legal hassles, yeah.
People feel that you have grounds for lawsuit against the FBI.
Well, they broke and entered. Literally, they just broke and entered. They broke the locks, they smashed down doors. They were asked, can you wait until somebody arrives with the keys? I mean, they came at 6:30 in the morning, both here in Washington, D.C., and we said, just hang on until the keys come. They said, well, we'll wait a few minutes. They waited a few minutes, and then they pulled out the crowbars and they went to it.
What is it that you will be announcing this afternoon that involves the French CIA? What specifically will you be announcing?
Basically, we have been investigating the role of the French officials in the French connection and drug smuggling around the world. We were, in fact, right now working on the final stages of a report to be made to the Congress specifically on this. And this raid is going to obviously disrupt it, and that's the intention. But we do have the material that French officials, high French officials, into the French equivalent of the CIA, have been trafficking in narcotics. This is known to other French officials, it is known to the United States government, and it has been covered up, and that's why we were being hit, is to stop the cover-up.
Who are those French officials?
We will be having to decide whether or not we can release the names right immediately. I will tell you some of those who have intimate knowledge of it. One of them is a gentleman by the name of Achille Peretti, who knows about the operations. He is currently the mayor of a suburb of Paris, Neuilly. Another person who knows about it intimately is Jean Napote, who is a member of the French Sûreté and currently the Secretary General of Interpol. And there will be others that we will be naming as we manage to be able to support it.
What is their connection with the CIA?
The United States CIA? This we haven't been able to find out yet. Unfortunately, we lost a lawsuit to try to get the material. The connection has not been determined, but we do know that the CIA and other organizations would be the first to find out about this. Whether or not the French CIA and the American CIA would work together on this would be a question we don't really know. Right when we started on this, and there's an Alice in Wonderland thing that's going on in France. I don't have the details on that. Anyway, there has been a French retaliation in France against the church there, on trumping up charges to try to discredit us over there, and because that's basically where we're getting the information. Doesn't surprise us.
Do you have any stolen government documents?
I'm not going to have to explain anything.
We're with ABC News, and you're conducting public business, and we're licensed to operate in the public interest.
We're conducting a search pursuant to warrant, and you're not going to interfere with it. I'm sorry.
you wait just a moment, please?
If we could have access to whatever's happening, that would be the, that'd be
If you
appreciated.
wait just here, just a
Fine.
minute. Thank you.
He's with us. No, I just want to bring him back to my office.
Don't let anybody else in. You guys are gonna have to leave.
Wait a minute, can you explain to us why we're going to have to leave?
Yeah, because we say so.
Well, you're going to have to explain to me better than that, sir.
That we're trying to enforce, and we are trying to enforce it in an orderly fashion, and we just cannot permit, this is a very small hallway, and it just is going to create a lot of confusion.
We're very portable. All we want is a few minutes to photograph whatever's going on.
Well, we're not going to let you go beyond this point.
Why? I don't understand why.
Because the offices are extremely tiny, and because also I don't think it's proper to really have this matter aired on the public television, because people are entitled to their fair day in court without any unfair and prejudicial publicity.
How do you know it's going to be unfair or prejudicial if we don't even get a chance to do it?
Well, I'm not suggesting that at all.
Can you tell us what you are doing?
We are executing a warrant signed by a magistrate.
A warrant for what?
The warrant and its affidavit are on record at the magistrate Penny's office, just as they were released. The warrant was released in Washington, D.C.
You can tell me what that warrant's for, though, can't you?
I think the warrant speaks for
Can you
itself.
tell me what you found?
I have no comment.
Can you tell us why you're here?
I have no comment.
Can you let us film?
No.
Why not?
I think we've already explained it. Seriously, it's
Will you forcibly eject us if we attempt to film? Listen, you're a public agency, and we're licensed to operate in the
First
public
of all,
interest.
let me
I don't
tell you,
understand what the conflict is.
I am just concerned, I'm not with the FBI. I'm with the United States Attorney's Office in Washington, D.C. And I'm only concerned with the legal implications and legal matters involved, and that is all, and that's why I thought I'd mention it to you, but...
We're not breaking the law filming FBI agents doing their
I
job.
didn't suggest that you were.
Well, then why can't we film it?
Because, very simply, it's a very small area, and
That's
it
no
just
problem.
interferes
We have
with the
wide-angle
operation.
lenses, we have zoom lenses, we can go beyond people, we can stand in the hallway. Let's go down and take a look at it.
We arrived at 6:30 in the morning or so like this. We will get the keys and let you in. There are no staff here at that early in the morning, and they refused and simply broke and entered.
What is it? Sure of that?
Yes, we are.
Did you restrain them from trying to enter the building?
I was not here when they entered the building myself, but they simply came in.
Did anybody try to restrain them from coming in?
Yes, there were people who said, if you'll wait until we get keys, we can...
I'm sorry, say what?
I'd like to, let me just cut it. A second.
You have somebody else you want to talk, us to talk to, or what?
I want to talk to you elsewhere.
All right, these are the items that you say were broken into. Where were they located?
This was on a door. This
Right
was
over
on
here.
this door over here. This was on the elevator door, right here, which is closed down where one can't pass into the offices off the elevator.
And who broke those locks?
FBI agents.
You're absolutely sure of that?
Yes.
Did you try to restrain them from entering?
I was not here when they entered. Some
Do you
others.
know of anybody here that did try to
Yes, they
restrain
did.
them?
Tried to ask them to wait for the keys.
Okay, fine.
You can hang out. I'll get the padlock there and we'll just show how it works.